I've talked to Lamar while we was out there, and I know that's a better discussion for these two as far as how that's going to get handled. But the goal was, to come here and have that possibility to play with him, and I'm excited about that opportunity. As far as the team, I just ready to bring leadership, ready to bring. I've been out for a long time. I had to sit there and watch everyone else play. And I'm just excited to get back on the field, and it's good to be where you're wanted. And, like we said, we've had communication since last October, and, you guys showed me that you wanted me to be here and that I was going to be a very big piece to this organization. So I'm definitely excited about that. Well, I'm feeling great, and I guess I don't know if it's the second ACL because that whole season I was playing, without it, and it was a crazy thing. I signed with the LA Rams, and I remember Elatrash comes down there, and he's like, I just got to inform you that you don't have an ACL. We can redo your surgery right now, and this was week 9 of the season, and I just told him, I was like, I've been through way too much to come here and sign. There was way too much talk on my name. The past year, I came here to help win the championship. And I told him I'd die on the sword. And that was just, the kind of reference that I used. I just cared that much about playing. So I feel great now. I'm still in my process of getting ready for September, because we don't play tomorrow. We don't play a week from now, a month from now, like we play in September. So it's about getting ready for that, being in the best physical shape that I can be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all that. And I had to sit back and watch everybody have fun last year and do backflips in the end zone and hit the gritty and just everybody got to have fun. And I was just, looking at the chops, wanting to be back out there. Football isn't who I am, but it's a big part of me because I could have played a bunch of other sports and I sacrificed a lot to play this one. So, my most important thing and focus this year is only about this year. And that's the only thing that's on my mind, not looking to the year after it, not looking to the past years. It's about this year and what I can do and what I can bring to this team.
OBJ ready to hit the gritty for the latest. Let's welcome in our senior NFL insider, Josina Anderson. Now, Josina, what was your biggest takeaway from OBJ's press conference there?
I think the first thing that just stood out to me is just how at peace he is. I know there's a lot of reflection going on with him at this press conference. Was just talking to his mom and his family that were sitting in the front row, have literally been there at every step, of his career, going from, the Giants to Cleveland unexpectedly to choosing to be with the Rams and now with the Baltimore Ravens. And I just walked past General Manager Eric DeCosta on the way in here, and I heard him talking about how they had dinner last night. But, the first thing that just kind of stands out to me is his reasons for underlining why he came, which is something that he and I had talked about, and he underlined it in the press conference as well. I mean, he said that it really is important for him at this stage of his career to want to be wanted and, not just to be tolerated or someone kind of just, feel like it's a good thing to have him. Feeling appreciated is a big thing. He said being a football player is a part of him, but it's not everything. And Odell has made a lot of money already in his career and has big opportunities to do that off of the field. So he underlined his communication with head coach John Harbaugh and General Manager Eric DeCosta and Todd Monken, obviously, who he worked with in Cleveland, as kind of underlining the vision of what it was going to be like to be here and the support. And of course, right away from the jump, I asked about the communication with Lamar. I mean, when you think about the opportunities that he had and the places that he was thinking about being, whether it be, with the Jets and Aaron Rodgers and wanting to be with Aaron since going back when he left Cleveland and considering Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. But, he said that he did not receive any assurances from Lamar. I'm sure, though, that the two of them have talked a little bit deeper than what he described, up there. And obviously he wants to keep certain things private. But the main thing is that he expressed that he is hopeful that Lamar will come. And several times, looked at the camera directly to deliver a message. And I even asked him when they FaceTime what that conversation was like right after he signed it. And he said, of course, he said trust, and that he was happy for him, but ultimately knows it's his individual business to get done to get back here. But that's what we're anticipating right now. Lamar Jackson right now, the leverage is on the Ravens side outside of a dark horse coming in. And even then, my understanding is that the Ravens will still do what they have to do to make sure that Lamar is here.
I think that's everyone's big question now, seeing OBJ enter the picture here. And we saw Lamar's reaction on social media, the fact that the two of them were together celebrating. So I know there's not any clear answer now, but do you think that there's a clearer picture? What should Ravens fans expect moving forward?
Well, General Manager Eric DeCosta made it known that they have had communications, not only since Lamar made his trade demand March 2nd, but since he had announced it publicly a minute before John Harbaugh spoke at the owners' meetings in Arizona. He said it wasn't really apropos right now to go into the details of those discussions, but you know that they're going back and forth. I mean, we have not heard of nor are aware of any team that has come forth previously on the non-exclusive tag and being open to trade talks. It really amounts to the same type of communication. At the end of the day, especially with the conversations that I've had, with sources on both sides here, they're just trying to maintain patience and get to the point where deadlines spur action, because you're either going to have to go right or left. And outside of already missing the money that Lamar has missed, not having done a long-term deal prior to today and this season, it just doesn't make business sense to me, for him to sit out. And even going into the combine, I was told that was not his plan. Things can always change and evolve. I would say that that's not the current expectation, because it just doesn't make business sense. And at the end of the day, I think Lamar still loves being with his teammates, and especially with OBJ here. He's going to be calling him every day like, boy, get your butt over here.
I think that's what all the Ravens fans are hoping for. Josina Anderson with the latest. OBJ now officially a Baltimore Raven. Josina, thank you so much for your time. And if you're craving more football talk, you got to tune in to the All Things Covered podcast. Our Bryant McFadden and Patrick Peterson discussing the NFL offseason and more. Subscribe wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, or you can scan that QR code right there. The name says it all. Expect all things to be covered.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.